Freddie Dizzle had two problems. One was his brother Mike. The other was his younger sister, Ellen. Freddie thought a lot about being the one in the middle. He felt like the peanut butter part of a sandwich squeezed between Mike and Ellen. Every year, Mike got new clothes. He grew too big for his old ones, but Mike's old clothes weren't too big for Freddie. They fit him just fine. Freddie used to have his own room. That was before Ellen was born. Now Ellen had a room of her own. Freddie moved in with Mike. Mr. and Mrs. Dizzle said,
"It's the boys' room."
But they couldn't fool Freddie. He knew better. Once Freddie tried to join Mike and his friends. Mike said,
"Scoot, kid, you're in the way."
So Freddie tried to play with Ellen. But Ellen didn't understand how to play his way. She messed up all of Freddie's things. Freddie got mad and pinched her. Ellen screamed.
"Freddie Dizzle!"
His mom yelled.
"You shouldn't be mean to Ellen. She's smaller than you. She's just a baby."
Ellen didn't look like a baby to Freddie. She didn't sound like a baby either.
She even goes to nursery school.
Freddie thought.
Some baby.
Freddie figured things would never get better for him. He would always be a great big middle of nothing. Then Freddie Dizzle heard about the school play. Mike had never been in a play before. Ellen had never been in a play before. This was his chance to do something special. Freddie decided he would try it. He waited 2 whole days before he went to his teacher.
"Miss Gumber,"
he said,
"I want to be in the school play."
Mrs. Gumber smiled and shook her head.
"I'm sorry, Freddie.
She said,
The play is being done by the 5th and 6th graders, the big boys and girls like Mike."
Freddie looked at the floor and mumbled.
Not famous.
He started to walk away.
"Oh, wait a minute, Freddie.
Mrs. Gumber called.
I'll talk with Miss Matson anyway. She's in charge of the play. I'll see if they need any 2nd graders to help."
Finally, Mrs. Gumber told Freddie that Miss Matson needed someone to play a special part. Mrs. Gumber said,
"Go to the auditorium this afternoon. Maybe you'll get the part."
"Oh, what?"
Freddie hollered. Later, he went to the auditorium. Miss Matson was waiting for him. Freddie walked right up close to her.
"I want to be in the play."
Miss Matson asked him to go up on the stage and say that again in a very loud voice. Freddie had never been on the stage. It was big. It made him feel small. He looked out at Miss Matson.
"I'm Freddie!"
He shouted.
"I want to be in the play."
"Good.
Miss Matson called.
Now then, Freddie, can you jump?"
What kind of question was that?
Freddie wondered. Of course he could jump. He was in 2nd grade, wasn't he? So he jumped all around the stage. Big jumps and little jumps. When he was through, Miss Matson clapped her hands and Freddie climbed down on the stage.
"I think you'll do fine as the Green Kangaroo, Freddie,"
Miss Matson said.
"It's a very important part."
Freddie didn't tell anyone at home about the play until dinner time. Then Freddie said,
"Guess what, everyone? Guess what I'm going to be?"
No one paid any attention to what Freddie was saying. They were too busy eating.
"I'm going to be in a play."
Freddie said.
"I'm going to be the Green Kangaroo."
Mike choked on his potato and knocked over a whole glass of milk. Ellen laughed because Mike spilled his milk. Mr. Dizzle jumped up. He patted Mike on the back to make him stop choking. Mrs. Dizzle ran to get the sponge. She cleaned up the spilled milk. Freddie sat there and smiled.
"What did you say?"
Mike asked.
"I said I'm going to be in the school play. I said I'm going to be the Green Kangaroo."
It can't be true.
Mike yelled.
You? Why would they pick you?
Everyone settled down. Freddie told them just how he got the part.
It's really true.
He said,
Just me, all by myself, the only green kangaroo in the play.
Well, that sounds wonderful.
his dad said, and his mom kissed him right at the dinner table.
We're all so proud of you, Freddie.
She said. Ellen was excited too. She kept laughing. But Mike shook his head and said and repeated,
I can't believe it. He's going to be the Green Kangaroo.
The next 2 weeks were busy ones for Freddie. He had to practice being the Green Kangaroo a lot. He practiced at school, on the stage. He practiced at home too. He made kangaroo faces in the mirror. He did kangaroo jumps on his bed. He even dreamed about green kangaroos at night. Oh, finally the day of the play came. The whole family and the neighbors planned to be there. Mrs. Dissel hugged Freddie extra hard as he left for school.
We'll be there watching you, Green Kangaroo,
she said. After lunch, Mrs. Gumper called to Freddie.
Time to go now. Time to get into your costume.
Mrs. Gumper walked to the hall with Freddie. Then she whispered,
We'll be in the second row. Good luck.
Freddie went to Miss Matson's room. The girls in the 6th grade had made his costume. They all giggled when Miss Matson helped Freddie into his costume. Oh my, his green kangaroos. His green kangaroo suit covered all of him. It even had green feet. Only his face stuck out. Miss Matson put some green dots on it. Miss Matson laughed.
We'll wash the dots off later, okay?
Okay.
Freddie mumbled. He jumped all over to the mirror. He looked at himself. He really felt like a green kangaroo. It was time for the play to begin. Freddie waited backstage with the 5th and 6th graders who were in the play. They looked at him and giggled. He tried to smile back, but the smile wouldn't come. His heart started to beat faster. His stomach bounced up and down. He felt funny. Then Miss Matson leaned close to him. She said,
They're waiting for you, Freddie. Go ahead.
He jumped out onto the stage. He looked out into the audience. All those people were down there somewhere. He knew they were. They were all in the middle of the audience, but Freddie wasn't in the middle. He was all by himself up on stage. He had a job to do. He had to be the Green Kangaroo. Freddie smiled. His heart slowed down. His stomach stayed still. He smiled a bigger, wider smile. He felt good.
Hello, everyone.
Freddie said.
I am the Green Kangaroo. Welcome.
The play began. Freddie did his little jumps. Every now and then, one of the 5th or 6th graders in the play said to him, And who are you?
Me, I am the Green Kangaroo.
It was easy. That was all he had to say. It was fun too. Every time he said it, the audience laughed. He liked it when they laughed. It was a funny play. When it was all over, everyone came on the stage and took a bow. Then Miss Matson came out and waited for the audience to get quiet. She said,
A special thank you to our 2nd grader, Freddie Dissel. He played the part of the Green Kangaroo.
Freddie jumped over to the middle of the stage. He took a big bow all by himself. The audience clapped hard for a long time. Freddie didn't care much about about sharing Mike's room either. He didn't care much that Ellen was small and cute. He didn't even care much about being the one in the middle. He felt just great being Freddie Dissel.